Yar! Welcome to Swashbucklers, everyone. That's right, it's that time of the night where everything gets a little bit more piratey. We're here to talk heavily about booty and other piratical nonsense with uh, our special guest. Yeah, I know you got very dark all of a sudden.
Mhm.
Are we doing a dramatic reveal? Here he is appearing from the darkness. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Oh. You're probably wondering why he called us all here. I...
One thing I want to know. Sorry. There's only one thing, una sola cosa que quiero esta noche. Venganza. El arcano sin nombre. The nameless arcane. 5 years in prison. 5 years too long. My old crew, they decided to apuñalarme por la espalda. They decided to betray. And I'm going to return the favor. You can take whatever you want from them. All the money, all the gold. But by the end of the day, I want them in their knees in front of me. I want them to know what it feels to lose 5 years of your life. My name is Aramis de Castanegro, but you can call me Aramis.
So, Aramis, you've lost 5 years of your life, as well as a pretty good score. What is it that you come to our swashbucklers to get or do?
The last time we did a job, we took a lot of booty, of plunder, and they left me behind to be captured. I know where their fortress is. I want their leader, Salazar. Everything else is yours. I don't care about anything else. I just want sweet, sweet revenge. Like the kiss of a woman. Like the touch. Well, sorry. I won't go into that.
Revenge? Booty? Murder most foul? Well, that sounds like a job for the...
We'll sail for 10,000 miles. We'll sail for 10,000 more. We'll drink and we'll fight and we'll sail all night. We'll sail for 10,000 miles.
All right, heroes. So we begin on the island. Sorry, excuse me. On the island of La Calavera. This island is just so lush and beautiful, covered in trees and plants, flowering all over the place. This is the sort of island that is so hard to get to that it commonly, it's so hard to get to that not only are there not going to be people here, usually there aren't going to be a lot of like dangerous animals here. There's not going to be like scary snakes, just as a for instance. This is the kind of island where if you want to be alone, alone is an option. But you know that somewhere on this island is the fortress of the Golden Tooth Gang, and you have closed in on it. Now, all of you had the opportunity to get in the optimal position. All of you had the opportunity to really take advantage of all of your skills to bring down a member of the Golden Tooth Gang's scouts. This is going to ensure that you can get in quietly. So I want to go around the horn and let each of you introduce your characters, tell us what you look like, and tell us how you take out one of these mooks. And we'll do our first rolls as each of you takes out a pirate guard at the front of this camp fortress. So let us begin with our guest. How does Aramis take out his scout? And are you alone, or have you come in with some of the others?
I come with the others, but I approach with playing with a coin between my fingers. I toss the coin to the ground for him to approach it. Knowing the guy is greedy, he will most likely bend over to pick it up, and when he's turning back, I have my
Yeah,
sword
he
against
steps
his back.
forward. Oh, a gold coin! Oh, it's wonderful.
Do you remember me? From the back.
Should I remember? Should I remember you?
Oh, yes.
Oh my God! It's Aramis! What are you? You're supposed to be in prison.
And you're supposed to be alive. And one cut to the throat.
Oh!
And you're supposed to be
Fantastic.
alive.
Just to get in the swing of things, let's go ahead and have you roll a get into a scrap roll.
That's 2d6, right?
2d6, and we're going to add your blood. And you do get a +1 from your special ability.
I got a 9.
A 9. All right, that is a success. They are going to, because this is a mook, if he had an advantage to press, he'd press it, but you can take him out in one hit. So this guy goes down like a sack of dirty laundry. If you go through his pockets, you'll find that he had absolutely nothing to his name except for a broken spyglass and a dagger.
Ooh, I take the spyglass and the dagger. One never knows.
Excellent. All right, let's talk about Lada. Lada, tell us what you look like and how you're going to take out a mook.
Lada's Lava is a striking woman, dressed primarily in the dark clothing of the night. She does in fact have her hood up, so most of her face is camouflaged, but by the time one of these mooks kind of makes his rounds near her, she's sort of lingering on the forest edge. She sort of draws him in with a beckoning finger, as if she is the oasis of this jungle.
Well, hey, hello there, lady.
And then by the time he reaches her, she is going to cause his mind's eye to see horrible visions of blood and worms everywhere. And then once he is distracted enough, she is going to try and stick her fingers into his eyeballs to pull them out.
Oh, God.
Does this imply that you have a jar of eyeballs somewhere?
That is for me to know and for you to never find out.
I
All
feel
right, go
from my
ahead and roll plus
namesake.
Spitfire.
Okay, I'm going to do that now. It's a 10 on the die plus my Spitfire. Hold on one moment, please. I can tell you. Where is that? Where is that? +2, so 12 total.
Amazing. As you do this, he's racked with the visions of the dark future and the hells beyond that await him. And as you pluck out his eyeballs, a tall, thin figure appears in your periphery. He's a sort of a dark, shadowy man, but somehow there's just enough light that you can tell he has a razor thin, teeny tiny mustache. And just a very architectural sort of air to him. He leans close to your ear as you're cleaning the eyeball juice off of your hands, and he says, That was really cool. I was going to ask you to do that, and then you went and did it on your own. So tell you what, go ahead and I think you should get his testicles, too. You never know. You never know.
Oh, don't, I will certainly do this. Yes, of course, for you. I will do anything. And I will take my dagger, my rusted dagger, and slowly but surely remove his testicles and also put those hidden away. Don't worry about where they go.
Okay. I want you to show those to the first guy you see inside the thing.
Oh, I will certainly do that. I feel like that is for
Okay,
the best.
yeah,
Of course. Yeah,
okay.
okay. Yes, of course.
He cranes back up into this very erect posture and sort of fades into the shadow of a tree.
I swoon.
How about you, Swash? What do you look like, and how are you going to take out a mook?
So, the mook in question, the gentleman's, he's walking his little beat around a little cliffside path outside of the fortress, and he stops and stares out at the ocean. He doesn't hear me, and suddenly there's a wind and like fresh sea smell. He doesn't hear anything from behind him because he's buffeted, but he doesn't realize that that smell and the wind came from behind him somehow. But it hid the sound of my cocking my crossbow, and I say quietly, but just enough for him to hear me.
Welcome to the dungeon. We've got fun and games.
You know, it's a crime to stare so longingly at another man's love. And he whips around, and there I am with the crossbow held at his chest. And I pull the trigger.
Are you in love with that seagull?
When he turns around, he just sees me in my tall thinged cloak with my hat and my third eye just kind of opens on him. It's a trick of the sea, and my damp, moist skin. Of course, my raging, flying mustache. Do I roll?
Amazing. And is Seals the eelhound there with you?
That's a good question. Yes, Seals is at my feet, whining a little bit.
Fantastic.
But Seals knows to be quiet. But after I shoot him, he's going to whine a little bit because he's going to want to eat a little bit. You know what I mean?
Seals knows better than to mess up a dramatic moment.
Yeah, and he's a little hungry too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Seals is absolutely going to chew on that guy. All right. So go ahead and roll. Get into a scrap just for the sake of playing the game.
Yes. So that's going to be 8.
8. Okay, 8 is still a success. Again, if this mook had the ability to answer you, he would, but he is all the way dead already, and your eelhound is already chewing on him before he has a chance to think about it. So fantastic. You take out that mook in one strike. Absolutely phenomenal. Eyes, tell us about how you'd like to take out a mook and what it is you look like.
So, as a homunculus not requiring air, like some people, these guys, I will straight up just walk out of the ocean, covered this time by a nice fresh layer of seaweed. And I think the way to take out this unfortunate soul is to just snap his neck, you know.
Oh,
Yeah. There's no subtlety.
So this scary giant robot covered in plants just comes up out of the tidal basin and just rips this guy's head off. That dark, love it, phenomenal.
That is only a 5.
Oh no, a 5. All right. With a 5. Okay. So
wait,
you have a couple options
plus
here.
Blood. I forgot. That's plus blood, so that's 6 total. 6 total. I don't know if that,
still unfortunately not going to make it. Yeah. I like the moxie. Still not going to do it. So go ahead and mark an experience. That's how you advance in this game. The mook is going to swing around on you, pulling his head out of your hands, and the mook is going to take a wild swing at your head. He's got a dagger in reverse grip, so he's going to try and like slash across your face with the side of this dagger. Go ahead and roll to. I'm going to go ahead and have you roll to stand your ground.
Okay, stand my ground. That is.
Oh, sorry. No, that's the wrong thing. Oh no, he just hits you. That's right.
Oh, okay.
I'm so used to masks where you get to roll to resist the damage.
Yeah.
So he's gonna swing this across your face, and you're gonna take 2 damage as a result of failing that roll.
I do have 2 armor. I don't know.
Then
what that means.
no damage at all.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give us another get into a scrap roll.
Get into a scrap plus blood. Hey, that's a 10 total.
Oh, so he turns around, he slashes up at you with his dagger, and you just straight up murder this guy. What does that look like?
I think the first time I failed is because I didn't look him in the eyes. You can't murder without the eye contact. It's a very personal experience, murder.
It's that personal service that really makes it.
He needs to know seconds before he dies who's the
Thanks, Butters.
No mysteries here.
All right. So do you twist his head off again?
Oh yeah.
Same move. Yep. Just okay. Second time's the charm. All right, and that takes us around to Bonnie. Bonnie, what do you look like, and how are you going to take out this mook?
So I am a halfling with an amazing hat and a metal leg, and I also have a turret on my shoulder. And
Right, you do.
Literally the biggest chip ever.
yes, yes.
As chips on the shoulder go. Yeah,
My
that's pretty
chip
chippy.
shoots.
My chip shoots fire, and so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run up behind this guy. I'm gonna jump into the air, like behind him and over him, and as I am coming over him, I'm gonna shoot the cannon and then just like burn him up and around. And if that doesn't do it, I'm going to jump up again, and out comes the blade out of my metal knee, and it's going to chop his head off.
Amazing.
Holy Hoboken.
Amazing. Let's go ahead and get into a scrap.
All right, that's plus
Unless-
blood, I believe.
Unless you'd like that to use a dirty trick, which would let you roll plus vinegar.
Let me look at my stats. Scroll.
I swear to God, I thought you said I have Tourette's on my shoulder, like Tourette's.
Oh, alas. I mean, maybe it just
Shit,
randomly
goddamn.
spouts swears.
Shh.
Exactly.
Pickle penis! My underwear's on fire! Whoop! Sorry.
I am going to roll get into a scrap because my vinegar is not great.
Okay.
Wrap it up.
6, 7, 8.
8 is a success. They would press their advantage, but you have all the way murdered them. So absolutely phenomenal cinematic choices, all of you. So having taken out 5 mooks between you, we stand. There's a brief moment where everybody pauses dramatically in the setting sunlight. That's probably when in the movie they would put the logo over the top instead of what we did a moment ago. But it still allows you all to make this dramatic entrance into the secret cave of the gang. So as you are headed in to face off against the Golden Tooth gang, you are headed towards this sort of cave mouth, right? It's a very, very traditional pirate movie cave mouth. It's got this sort of like big opening. There's a waterway that sort of feeds into the mouth of it that would allow small craft to float all the way into the mouth of the cave. There's a lot of verdant greenery all around that would offer you the opportunity of cover. How do you want to get into the cave itself?
Quick question. Who is the first person that they see?
You haven't seen anybody inside
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
But you do see your party members if you wish to interpret the instructions in that manner.
I'm going to wait.
Okay.
We thank you for your restraint.
So Aramis,
Only just for a moment.
Aramis, why the Golden Tooth Gang? Why the name?
Because if you open their mouths, they have a golden tooth. So
Oh,
you can rip it
They
out.
have gold in their mouths. We should go back and check.
do you have gold tooth, or was it taken out in prison?
I never had. I was a mercenary. I was just hired for a job.
Oh, okay.
Wait, where are my players? Say ah. Say ah.
What were you asking about? What our plan is to infiltrate this base? Is that what you're asking?
I
Fates?
wanted to ask something to you.
I'm asking. So you have a clear runway to go into the base. The only question is, how do you want to do it? Do you want to go in guns a-blazing? Do you want to sneak in through the entrance? Do you want to go around the back? You've taken out all of the guards, so it's entirely up to you how you want to go in.
All right. So yes, Aramis, have you been here before?
A few times, yes.
All right.
Okay, a few times.
I draw my sword with my left hand. I carry it in my left hand. I pull it down and I start advancing.
Are we just going straight in the front door?
I mean, this guy hired us. Question mark.
I guess we follow him.
We're
going
Walk this way.
I just want to be up by the entrance of the cave going like, Salazar! It's been 5 years, my friend. And I have bring news for you. The dead want to pay their due to you. And I'm here to deliver.
Amazing. Okay, so the camera swings around and we spot Aramis as the sort of central focus of this camera move. And as the camera swings past you and around to get your face in that shot as you're delivering this little monologue, it then pulls back and we see a single silhouetted figure in the front. Salazar Fernandez is a distinctive person, mostly because he stands easily half again as tall as the tallest person most of you have ever seen. Just a hulking brute of a man. Salazar Fernandez also carries two swords, dramatically strapped across like the middle of his torso, so they sit really high for some reason, and even so, they are almost dragging on the ground next to his ankles. Salazar Fernandez strikes a very dramatic silhouette against this shot, and the camera continues to pull back, and we see other members of his crew that are standing here almost as though they heard all that commotion outside and were waiting for you to come in. Salazar looks across at Aramis. He says, Aramis! I really hoped you were smart enough to never come back to see us again.
I had to come, after all. It's my job to take you down to hell. And if I have to go with you, so be it. I'll drag you kicking and screaming. So tell your dead men walking, do you wish to live? Or do you wish to go back to your mothers?
He turns and he turns his back to you and regards his crew. He says, gentlemen, if you wish to leave, now is the time. Aramis will draw blood today. I only hope that we can put him down before it is too late. If you stay with me, get him! And he like points behind him quickly, and a few members of the crew like immediately are like, okay, and they start running towards your crew. So this is going to be a big grand melee. Great, love the panache on that. Crew members, I would like to point out a couple things about the space that you have just walked into that may be of interest as the combat continues. Salazar is standing sort of in the middle of a large open space. There are, against the walls, crates stacked up tall enough for several people to hide behind them. There is a big pile of comedy gold, just a pile of gold sitting there as though somebody from set decoration gave up, and just hanging out, just coins, crowns, cups, the usual cartoon pile of gold. There is also a rack of very fancy looking weapons sitting near that pile of gold. This rack of fancy looking weapons calls out to all of you. Aramis in particular, you spot a saber on this rack. A saber that has a gem set into the handle that glints and gleams with with the last rays of the setting sun in a way that suggests that it is specifically reaching out and calling to you, Aramis. Aramis, you recognize this saber from the drawings. This was part of the haul that got you captured.
I look at the sword. I draw it. I just cut the air with it. I remove my jacket.
It's across the room. You're gonna have to go get it if you want to get it.
In the meantime, I just remove my jacket and wear it like a cape.
We're getting
But ¿por qué no los dos?
Exactly. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run this in popcorn initiative. So we're gonna let everybody have a go in each round. The bad guys will all get one round they share, with the exception of Salazar, who will get his own initiative.
Yeah, it's mine.
Yeah. So at the end of each round, whoever goes last gets to go again to kick off the next round. So whoever's last gets 2 turns in a row. That's important in case you want to stop the bad guys from having the opportunity to have 2 rounds in a go. So who knows what they would like to do first?
Lotta does.
All right, Lotta.
Lotta is she's going to walk right up to Salazar, and she's going to have the testicles in her hands, and she's going to say,
Yep.
I have found these. They are mine now. And it is time for me to take yours as well, Salazar, even though you are very good looking. And I hold this not against you, but I'm going to kill you, okay? And Lada is going to... What is Lada going to do? She is going to use her Infernal Eye, because that's what she likes to do a lot. And she is going to she's going to look at the hands of death and what they're clutching. That is what she wants to look at.
Hands of death and what they're clutching. That's a great phrase. As you look out into the sort of mists that contain all of the possible futures, using your abilities to sort of conjure from the darkness, the thing that stands out the most to you is that saber with the winking gem in its handle. Everything about the fate of the next 20 minutes of your life seems to center around that artifact. And as you sort of pull back from that and you meet eyes with Salazar, I think you see for a very brief moment into his mind. And Salazar is terrified, specifically of Aramis. You also begin to see the world sort of warping behind him, as you expect to happen whenever you use this particular power. There are very quickly like multiple versions of each of the pirates that you're up against, as all of their potential future movements sort of split off in your consciousness.
Would you say that Lotta is a little bit distracted by these visions that she sees?
I would think so, yeah.
Okay. Lotta is going to start chasing after one of these ghastly figures. But as she does so, she is going to say to the rest of the party, get Aramis to the sword. And she is going to go ahead and end her turn there, as she's kind of just like dooting about with the testicles still in hand, showing to Salazar. And she is going to go ahead and popcorn over to Bonnie.
All right. Bonnie, so I am entering a fight, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Well, there is a fight about to happen. Whether you join it is up to you. But yes.
Okay.
The combat music has started. We're doing a lot of whip
Fantastic.
pans all of a sudden. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll for my theatrics then.
Ha
Ooh.
Oh, that's a
Can I hand
5,
something to Bonnie?
6. Huh?
Can I hand something to Bonnie?
You want to
yeah.
hand something? Yeah, absolutely.
Considering her size and that I seen her fight, I hand him my grappling hook.
Okay. Excellent. Thank
Okay.
you. I take it with gusto.
You're talking to a game runner who loves a grappling hook. Let me tell you.
Sorry.
So I got a 7. I think that's a hit, right?
7 is a hit. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so I have 1 hold. Let me mark that here. Okay. And I am this is what I'm going to do.
Mhm.
This is what I'm interested in doing, and I'll let you tell me if I can do this in 1 turn. So above us, there's not beams, it's a cave, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
There are some stalactites up there. But yeah,
that'll work.
no beams or anything. Yeah.
Okay, can I swing this grappling hook and lasso it around one of the stalactites?
I wish you would.
Yeah, stalactites. And then can I swoop up Aramis and swing over to the weapons rack? Is that something that Aramis wants to do?
Ooh.
Just
Is that
full on Indiana Jones swinging?
Dead from above. Do it.
Great. So I'm gonna swing from something and land exactly where I need to be. That's one of my theatrics.
Phenomenal. All right. So yeah. You get the grappling hook up there. You can absolutely swing across. I think for dramatic purposes, you take a nice wide arc so you go past all of these other pirates, allowing you to sort of look at each of them in turn. There's one who is looking up at you as you swing past, who, because of the angle, you wouldn't have noticed normally, but he's holding out his hand, and there is a third eye in his left palm that he is using to look up at you while he's still looking over at Salazar and Aramis.
Fantastic. I wink at it as I go by. I go just like,
nice.
And keep going.
There's also an adult person who otherwise does not look all that interesting, but clearly knows what they're doing. They're somehow more advanced than the other mooks that you fought earlier.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are 2 pirates on that side, but you are going to land with Aramis next to the weapons rack, full of very fancy looking weapons.
Fantastic. And then I would like to just shout out and point, eye guy. At the guy that has the third eye on his hand. And hopefully that makes sense to the rest of my crew.
He closes his hand dramatically and like swings it behind him.
Is he hot? For no reason at all.
Yeah, he's probably a little hot.
Okay, I was just wondering.
In a like hasn't showered in a while sort of way, but yeah.
That doesn't mean anything to a lot though.
Okay, and then I think with that I will pass my turn to Swash.
Okay.
All right. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to steal. Okay, so I'm going to use my tentacle twist.
Great.
That I just got. There are the 2 mooks that are running at us, right? Did Bonnie just swing away with Aramis?
Yes, Bonnie just scooped up Aramis and swung away. So yeah, you've got 2 mooks running towards you, and then 2 more that are over
Lada
on
went
that
running
side of
off
the cave where
to
Bonnie
chase something, right? Lada's chasing a vision.
Lada's hallucinating.
Yes. Lada is tripping balls, yeah.
All right. Well, me and well, we're just gonna. Okay, so I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna use a basic. I'll be like, all right. So this is what's gonna happen. Me and Seals are going to take on the two mooks that are coming running at us. Seals is gonna leap up on some of the stuff, the barrels and that kind of stuff, and I'm gonna do the same on either side. I'm gonna jump up. I need a battle cry with Seals. Or say something. Yeah.
I mean, for Umlaunch, I would think.
What's that?
I would think for Umlaunch, but you do go off.
Let's yeah. For Umlaunch. I'm gonna signal.
Can it instead just be water?
I'm gonna
You
signal
just yell water.
Seals is gonna rush to the right. I'm gonna rush to the left. We're gonna run up on things. I'm gonna leap in the air. I'm gonna shoot one with my crossbow. And then Seals is going to leap up the other side and take the other one and grab him mid stride.
Wow. Okay. Fantastic. All right. So you are going to run into two-legged Sam. Go ahead and roll to get into a scrap.
What a great name for a pirate.
I get a 12. I'm using my tentacle twist, remember?
Oh, right. You're using your tentacle twist. Exactly.
Yes.
Right. What was I thinking? Yes, phenomenal. Okay, so I think you come down hard on two-legged Sam, and there is just a heavy impact as the two of you join together.
Well, I'm shooting one of them. Seals is taking out the other one. Seals is leaping on one of them. I'm shooting the other one in the air. I'm kind of flying through the air a little bit. I got
so you don't want to make contact at all.
No, my intent was I run up along. You said there was barrels and things, right? Well, I'm running
all
and
kinds
leaping
of stuff to jump
and
off
leaping
of
and jumping and passing him and shooting him in the neck or face with the crossbow, while Seals runs along barrels and stuff on the other one, parkours, leaps to catch the other one. We come around like this, like a pincer move.
Amazing. Okay. So yeah, that crossbow bolt just goes right through the neck of two-legged Sam. He falls, and somehow it is exposed that his right leg has this big gnarly scar on it, probably suggesting there was a story why he's got that name.
Yeah.
One you will never hear from his own mouth as he is bleeding out on the ground. And we'll go ahead and let Seals take out the other mook as well as the two of you land dramatically near each other. Very cool. Okay, so we are down to two pirates in addition, or two rank and file pirates in addition to Salazar himself.
All right, I'm gonna pass over to Eyes because I want
cool.
Aramis to go twice.
Nice.
I think I would enjoy unleashing a mysterious power.
Tell us what that looks like.
So in a different setting, I had control of certain natural elements.
No reason you can't have that now. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna shoot some mother trucking lightning.
Hell yeah! Does it come out of your hands, or do you call it from the sky down onto somebody?
This time it's coming out of the hands with an 8.
Dope.
8 plus Spitfire, which is a 1, so 9 total.
Okay. So this is going to work, but it is going to exact a personal cost or surge out of your control. Your choice.
I think a personal cost, as I'm a very friendly robot who doesn't want harm to have in effect. I don't want to harm my crewmates, so
I think that makes good sense.
Take it personal.
Eyes, I think that as you're blasting lightning out of your hands, your usually greenery covered hands, the ivy that runs down your arms, the various timbers and plants that you've cultivated around your body, the lightning burns a lot of that off, causing it to slough off, exposing your robotic metallic underskeleton. I don't think any of us have seen a lot of that. There was a little flash of it in last adventure, if I recall correctly. But what does it look like underneath your verdant skin of leaves?
So eyes underneath the leaves is cold, calculating steel with a Damascus-like finish to show almost a veneer of wood. So it's got kind of like that tree trunk aged
cool.
lines in a Damascus steel sort of pattern.
Are you like
very
an Iron
wiry,
Giant
though.
style robot?
I must do robot research.
Okay, but we're seeing this Damascus steel underskeleton as the plants burn away from your arms and torso. I think you still get to keep the bush around your head and probably some of your like lower extremities, but yeah, your shoulders and chest are absolutely exposed.
I'm feeling naked.
Well, and I know you've got a close connection to those plants.
It's my biome.
Okay, phenomenal. Who is going to go next? Do you want it to be Salazar or the other mooks?
Let's go.
Since we want Aramis to go last.
Yeah, let's go with the mooks, so it can be like boss fight versus boss fight in 2 moves.
I love that. Phenomenal. Okay, so we are going to swing the camera around to One-Eyed Diego and Young Sancho. One-Eyed Diego, who clocked Bonnie seeing his eye, as well as calling it out to the rest of the crew. He is going to turn towards Bonnie and Aramis, and he seems to have a similar situation to Lada, in that he's got this connection to the darker side. And so you sort of see this ocean scum, this sort of like algae material pull up from the sand around his feet and form around the lower of his body before slowly crossing up along his arms. And he just wings a big wad of this like algae material that's crawled up his body towards you, Bonnie. Bonnie, you are going to be targeted by his special attack.
All right.
Okay, that is absolutely a hit.
Okay.
So Bonnie, as this goop hits you, you can feel not only the impact of this strike, which hurts a little bit, but you also feel it like gooping into you a little bit, and you are going to take 1 harm and a trouble. And I think that trouble we're going to call confused or slowed.
Okay.
Your choice.
Confused works. All right.
Yeah. So that is the downside to getting hit by that thing. Yes. All right. And the other guy, young Sancho, is just going to run across at Eyes, who has proven to be very dangerous, and is gonna jump up in the air and try to like bring down both hands in a like Captain Kirk style karate chop onto Eyes' shoulder.
Oh no.
So
my exposed shoulders. I'm not middle school compliant.
All right, he is going to hit with a 9. So Eyes, go ahead and take 2 harm as he strikes you.
And does the having 2 armor, is that a consistent thing that will reduce the damage consistently, or no?
Oh, that is a good question. I believe you have burned through your armor, but let me double check that.
Okay. Yeah, it has not a lot of information on that. Just like you have, because you're a homunculus, you have 2 armor and you can't wear any more. And that's it.
Yeah, okay. Once per session, you can ignore that amount of armor.
Okay. Okay.
It's on page 21 if you want to find it, but yeah.
Yeah, since I already did that, 2 harm. Oh no.
Good question. But yeah, yeah, right. Ow, right in your shoulder. Ow.
I'm gonna have to
all right.
fix that now.
Right. All right. So that's going to take us to Salazar. Salazar whips around now that Aramis is behind him, and he is going to keep his eyes trained on you, Aramis. He's approaching you like a dangerous animal that's escaped from the zoo. He's got very Chris Pratt in the Jurassic Park movies energy. Like he's trying not to spook you. He says, Aramis, you don't understand the danger you're in. We were trying to save you. That's why we let you get pinched.
Okay, so he's like Chris Pratting me, like hands away, like, dude, I'm afraid of you. I just go, sorry, wrong game, sorry. I draw my sword with my left hand, and I go, yes, try to help me, and I'll try to help you, one cut at a time, one drop of blood at a time, until you tell the truth. Draw.
So Salazar goes ahead and draws. He pulls out his 2 giant swords, and he is going to approach you slowly, and he is going to make the first attack. He swings with one of these swords right up towards your head, and he's going to try and use the other one to pull behind your ankle and sweep your legs out from under you. So he's going to use a dirty trick.
I jump, making myself into like a ball to try to dodge those while keeping the distance.
It works. He rolled incredibly badly on that. So yeah, your counter deceit absolutely works.
I just
and he's gonna take a condition as well. So he's gonna be at a disadvantage going forward.
By the way, I'm going to use the lightsaber as a better reference point, but basically, while aiming the sword at him, I just put my hand behind my back. You know, fencing style. I'm advancing, like try to push him back.
The turn comes to you, so yeah.
I just want to say, my name is Aramis Castanero. You made me waste my life for 5 years. Prepare to die.
Nice.
And I just start cutting and moving. I'm not trying to hurt him directly. I'm trying to cut his clothes off. I'm trying to humiliate him first.
You're gonna Zorro him, yeah.
Yeah. It's 2d6, right? Yeah.
Well, let's see. If you want to do that, do you want to do that to gain more information about him, or do you want to harm him or cause him disheartening?
I want to dishearten him. I want him to lose. Like, basically, I'm toying with him. So I don't want to kill him yet. I want to play with my food. So
okay.
There's 2 things I want to do, if that's okay. The first action, I'm going to start like cutting at his clothes, and with the second action, so if this is a sword like holding like this, I want to slap him with my sword in the hand, not cutting it, but making him drop it. It's only for me to say, pick it up, be a man.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So let me roll 2d6 to start tearing at his clothes.
I mean, if you want to use the tentacle twist to just make everything you just described happen,
you can go with
you can do that.
Let's go with the tentacle twist.
there's not a rule directly for this, so make one. Yeah, why not? Fantastic. Okay, so with all of that, you do have an open and clear line to the saber. Do you want to take it?
Yes.
Okay. So as you grab a hold of this saber, there's an electric immediate result. As soon as it touches your flesh, the synapses of your mind start just going at top speed. You are suddenly aware of every single living being within like 100 yards of this cave. You can hear the pulse of every single one of them. In fact, I think you're a little bit aware of the demon that's following Lotta around somehow.
I'm sorry. So I have a sword that's making me feel everything.
Yes.
So I'm like, I can feel the stag. There can be only one.
It's the quickening. You get the quickening. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll leave that there for now. I'm sure that'll be fine. Now that was technically only one turn. Is there a second thing you'd like to do?
With the sword in my hands, I have like the sword I came with and the other one. I drop the sword that I came with and I sink it into the ground. The other guy's Salazar's sword is in the floor, right?
Yeah, he's like reaching to pick it up, but he sees that you've taken this other saber and seems a lot more scared.
I still have it on my left hand. I go like, come on, pick it up. Come on, little kid. Do it. Pick it up. Let's fight like men.
Okay, he picks it up.
And as soon as he picks
and
it
he
up,
like takes a couple steps back as he's doing it. He like grabs the sword and like scooches back.
With my right hand, it's gonna sound stupid. I wanna move to outside and throw my jacket at him, almost like a distraction.
Oh, okay, sure.
And try to cut through my own jacket.
Oh, so you're gonna stab him through the jacket?
Yeah.
Love it. All right. Go ahead and roll. You can have your choice. You can roll plus Spitfire or plus blood.
Plus blood, but I don't want to kill him yet.
Okay.
And that gives me a +1, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. 11, I think.
11. Oh my gosh. Okay. And that includes your blood score?
Yeah, with the +1.
Oh, it's plus another one because you're dueling.
Oh, shit. So that's 12.
That's a 12. That's a perfect roll. All right. So as you stab through your coat, Salazar's swords swing up and catch against the bottom of this, sort of causing the blade to cut up through his shoulder. Just spray of blood gouts out of his shoulder and sprays down your front. And that blood and the scent of it starts your synapses on fire. Suddenly, you don't just need to know where everybody is. You need to kill all of them. And that's where we'll go to our break.
What the fart? Okay.
What?
Okay. Yeah, break. We'll be back in
Step 3 was supposed to be profit.
I was a sailor boy, and a tale to you I'll tell. It's all about the things I saw down in the diving bell. Down in the diving bell at the bottom of the sea, there lives a pretty mermaid the fishermen like to see.
line out of the Atlantic Telegraph. The old mermaid, she came to me with a salt tear in her eye. She said, when you're 10 miles underwater, it's a very hard matter to dry. I was a sailor boy, and a tale to you I'll tell. It's all about the things I saw down in the diving bell. Down in the
Get ready for war. Get ready for war. Get ready for war. Viva la
Listen, man, I'd usually move into that room, but there's all this talk about touching tips.
You come on in, man. It's a fuck nest. We made a little fuck nest in here.
Come on in, Mr. 12.
It's all because of the sticky glue.
You're not gonna say no to a fuck nest, are you?
Touching tips and dropping sticky glue in here.
That boy started early.
You never know. One of us might have Bill in there. You know, Bill somewhere hidden in the dungeon pocket.
Fox ain't here.
Only to break.
No one would guess this is where the treasure is buried.
Cookie's mom was the treasure all along.
Goddamn right. The place marked with an X on the map. Goddamn right.
I just, yeah, exactly,
someone
Jelly.
clip
It
it?
do be like that.
Aw.
It do be like that.
The fantasy is high, but the prices are whoa, wait, quest more. Goblets to detect poison, 4-pack, $25.99. Lower. All right, $15.99. Yes. Cloaks of invisibility, disappearing off the shelves at $69.99. Lower. We can't go any lower. Lower. Fine, 2-pack, $59.99. Oh yeah. Magic Taco weapons, low as $199.99. Lower. Fine, $149.99. Lower. All right, $129 and I'll throw in a spare. Fuck yeah. You roll high while we roll low at Questmore.
Come on. Come on.
I
Come
don't know.
It'll be fun.
know.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be so much fun. I love it.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, we're gonna play Banana for Scale. Yay! Hi, welcome to Banana for Scale. We found that a normal, average, non-speaking, non-sentient banana is about 2 bananas long.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Yeah.
yeah, of course it is.
And the Eiffel Tower is 1, 2, 3 bananas tall.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
Yeah, it's pretty
that's
cool.
Exactly.
It's
That's
pretty cool.
exactly
Science is amazing.
I know.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Okay, there's more.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bet you didn't know that a normal, average, non-sentient horse is 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 3/4 bananas tall. But also about 6 bananas long.
Oh my gosh.
That's not measuring the tail, which is at least another 4 bananas.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually really fun, by
This is good. We should distribute this to schools, I think. I think they would really appreciate this.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
But but we're not done yet. We got one more. Yeah, we got one more. And the Hobo King himself comes in at a record 5 bananas.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, when you do the math, he's bigger than the Eiffel Tower and a regular normal non-sentient horse.
It's true.
Yeah.
True.
This is really fun. This is super.
I'm excited.
It's super educational. I was kind of thinking that maybe we should contact elementary schools around here and let them know that we have something really neat for the kids to teach them scaling stuff. What do you think?
Why you've done this. I see why you've done this, and I don't
What?
like it. This is
What
awful,
kind of
Pineapple.
what kind of
Why would you do
what kind of seahorse shit is this? What are you doing? Oh my gosh!
No, I don't like this.
I was a sailor boy, and a tale to you I'll tell. It's all about the things I saw down in the diving bell. Down in the diving bell at the bottom of the sea, there lives a pretty mermaid the fishermen like to see.
Arr.
Arr,
We're back.
welcome back.
Arr.
Oh, mateys, we're in a lot of trouble. Aramis,
Matter of
the
perspective.
the duelist, has been overtaken with supernatural bloodlust brought on by the magic saber that his nemesis warned him not to pick up. Shocking, I know. Across the way, Eyes has just burned off some of his own greenery, his precious plants. The one thing that infuriates him more than anything. Swash and Selkie have swung into action. Bonnie has swung into action and is near at hand to see the bloodlust fill Aramis's eyes. And Lada is overtaken by visions of the multiple futures that are ahead of her, including, it appears, the rapidly lessening futures of one Salazar.
So step three on the plan was profit.
So, but Salazar's dead? Did
No,
Aramis kill him?
but I think Lada is seeing that his life is about to end. His multitude of futures are becoming more and more narrow as every second passes.
All right, let's start getting all this gold.
Oh no, Salazar is still alive.
Oh, but yeah, but I mean, Aramis. Okay, so his men are still alive too, or just Salazar?
You killed those guys. Yeah,
Well,
those
yeah,
guys
so those guys are all
the way
dead.
dead.
So I'm gonna have Salazar at the end of my crossbow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait.
So
You
Swash
there.
is going to take the
Someone
next.
tie him up. We're gonna get him tied up. Like as far as we don't know nothing about this sword thing going on right now.
Yeah,
Unless
yeah.
you're telling
I
me
mean,
it's transmit. I mean, is it telegraphing anything? Has he got fire eyes or?
I think Bonnie can see it. There's been a change to his demeanor, and I'll let him tell us what that looks like.
I want to
Enough to know that he's.
I don't think
wanna
anybody
start
else is
killing everybody?
close enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else is close enough to see that.
So
Aramis, go ahead.
he's cut. I want to use the sword. I want to hold it with my right hand. I see him bleeding a lot, right? But he can still
Oh
fight.
yeah, just pouring blood out of his shoulder.
He can still fight though.
Oh yeah.
I look at him. I tell him, grab your sword. But I want to do something particular. I want to do something really stupid. But again, I grab my own sword and I slice my own hand. So now we're even. I don't want him to fight with any disadvantages. I'm going to fight him in the same ground.
Okay. That is a dramatic action that I will allow to happen out of turn. So that's no problem. Very cool.
So I see that Aramis and
Swash.
Salazar's. I'm gonna keep my crossbow on Salazar.
On Salazar.
Although
Yeah.
obviously this needs to play itself out here between Aramis and him. But Bonnie, grab the sacks. Start filling the sacks. Eyes, come on, let's get the shit. We start shoveling stuff into our gold.
There is a giant cartoon pile of gold right there.
Right. It ain't gonna float to the ship. Where's Lotta? Where's Lotta?
So Swash, as you're sort of starting to do this, I would like to call on your connection to the sea. Something about
I don't remember
that
the number.
sword.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
right. It's 4. It's just. Oh no, it's 7. Of course, it's 7. Something about your selkie half, the part of you that is more monster than man, responds instinctively to that sword. Your every fiber wants you to close up into your skin and dive into that pool of water and get out of here. I am going to need you to, before you can pile gold into a sack, I'm going to need you to either go with that compulsion or stand your ground.
Okay, you're being compelled to run.
Yes, you're being compelled to run.
Compelled. Yeah. All right.
It's a hard one.
Now you can use a bond if you would like to do that, or you can.
Yeah, I'm going to use my bond with
roll
Bonnie.
blank.
Does Bonnie look afraid of the sword?
Rob, I think I am more. Yes, I am, because I would have noticed the change when he picked the sword up. So I think.
But
I
can
am
you
afraid of
relate
the
that to
sword.
the sword though?
I can relate
you
it
gotta
to
remember
the
we're
event
being
that
told
happened.
a lot of information.
I can relate it to the event that happened. He picked up a sword and went crazy.
Is he gone?
I don't know that I know enough about him to know he wasn't just crazy to begin with.
Well,
so,
if you're not solid and you're scared,
I'm
you're
not solid. But I'm scared.
That's okay. I'm just gonna roll it.
I mean, you can spend the bond as a desire to protect her.
Well, that's a good idea. Okay, yeah, all right. So I'll flip it. So I see that she's scared, and that's gonna make me want to stay. And it is, what is the?
So that gives you a +1. So you get an 8. Congratulations.
Okay.
You are gonna mark a trouble, because I'm gonna say you successfully resist the compulsion. So your trouble that I would like you to take is, I'm gonna say afraid.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a -1 on your blood rolls.
Okay.
And I use a playbook move, Heart of Gold, lend I would spend a bond with my crewmate to accomplish the effect of lending them all my might to add a +2 to their roll.
Absolutely, you can do that. That's
so that you are no longer afraid because the three of us are standing together at the gold.
So do you you had a tentacle twist? Do you want to use that, or you want to save that? Like, well, not save it. It's kind of
he doesn't need to. The rules are right there for him.
I know, but he had a tentacle
he
twist
wants to
that he
use
didn't
that
get a
for
chance to
something else.
use. Is my point.
Oh,
It
okay.
faded away
Yeah.
before it got to him. So I was just wondering if you wanted to use that in some way, shape, or form along with this.
Yeah.
You got a turn coming up. I'd say let's go ahead and weave that into whatever you do immediately after this.
Okay.
As the music swells and your hulking form gives heart to Swash.
No, I stay.
So Swash, as the music is coming up under you, you've resisted the compulsion. Do you still want to throw gold into a sack, or do you want to change course?
Of course I do. Let's get this gold. That's why we're here.
Gold in a sack.
Gold in a
Hell
sack.
yeah.
The sword's. I mean, the sword. There's something weird about that sword, but as far as I know right now, Aramis and Salazar got their thing going on. We came for the sword, for the gold.
Absolutely, yeah. And you've done your part of the job.
Exactly.
All right. So, who would you like to go right after you? I would suggest Eyes, but it's up to you.
Yeah, Eyes sounds good. Let's do it.
I would like to use that tentacle twist. I think this would be a mysterious power, so it's on the character sheet kind of thing. It's not a playbook move from my understanding. It is called Friends with Mermaids. It's on my own class. You are friends with all sea creatures, and you can speak with and understand them. So I think I would like to summon some form of large manatee-like creature, because they are the gentle sea cow, to transport this gold from this cavern to our ship.
That's amazing. All right, so Eyes I think this actually works even better with the heart that you just gave Swash, because what you have to do to put this power into action is submerge yourself completely in water. So Eyes, you stride out into that pool that comes into the mouth of this cave that, again, could be used for bringing in boats. And as you get your robotic body under the water, leaving only your leaves and branches above in the air, you feel your connection to the sea growing. The animals and plants of the ocean call to you, and your body calls back. You want to summon a manatee?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Their nature's ship. Their nature's cargo pod, and they're so lovely.
I think within moments there is a manatee bumping gently up against the back of your thigh, and you can even feel that he's brought a little bit of kelp with him that starts to wrap itself back around you as you're taking on this the spirit of the sea once again.
You can't tell.
This is very
it's
cool.
Robotic, but I'm crying on the inside.
Fantastic. And you used a tentacle twist, so you don't need to roll for that. Fantastic. All right, so we have a sea cow in play.
I'm gonna name him Marvin.
That's a great name. Who's after you, Eyes? We've got Bonnie and Lada and the Salazar yet to go.
I would like to see Lada murder, personally. So I'm going to pass it to Lada over there.
All right, Lada. Everyone around you has so many versions of themselves. that it is really hard to pick out which one is which. Except for Salazar, whose multiple selves are very quickly disappearing and crystallizing around this one individual. What would you like to do?
I know Bonnie can kind of see the change in Aramis, but is there anything that indicates to Lada that something might be a little bit amiss?
Nothing you're seeing right now, but you could certainly ask your demon about it.
I would like to do that. The demon is everything okay?
As you invoke him into being, once again, just out of the corner of your eye, you can see the tall, thin shape in the shadow as it sort of coalesces. And he leans forward and whispers in your ear, "Oh yeah, that guy is hella cursed."
Oh, I see.
Yeah, okay, so normally I would make you do like a sacrifice for this, but if you die, then who's gonna make sacrifices to me? And that's, really, it's gonna be a problem. So I'm just gonna tell you outright that sword has a name, and if you know anything about swords, that's bad news. That's Gungnir. It does not stop in its going, is how it's phrased. It will. Yeah, that sword wants to kill everybody, everywhere, all the time.
Oh,
it's very egalitarian in that regard. You need to disarm that guy now. Yes, quickly.
Okay, I'd like to do. I will do that. Yes. Okay. All right.
Yes.
No.
I would like to compel you to do that. Physically, very quickly now. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to do that then. Okay, this is very good. All right.
Thank you.
Yes. I'm going to rummage. I'm going to root around in my my things, and I'm going to pull out a set. I have it. Oh, it's somewhere around here. Don't worry. Oh yes, here it is. I come up with several teeth. And these are my my most prized possessions. They are my dark tokens. They might have came from my former lover, who I might have killed. And I'm going to be, who's to say, truly? And I'm going to be using my infernal rotes to use my dark powers. So I will be adding 2 luck to use that power as if I had rolled a 10 plus. And I will be forcing someone in my sight whose name I do in fact know to follow my next order, and it can't harm them, so I'm not going to harm them. Lada, sort of, and I do have a tentacle twist.
So feel free to throw an extra thing on, because that's already going to work if you're spending the luck.
Yeah, can I just make it? Oh, okay. This is what I would like to do. Lada is going to sort of very almost doll-like look over to Aramis and call out his name and say to him, "Aramis, you're going to drop the sword."
Can I answer?
Yeah, you can speak. Yeah.
I want to say 2 things to 2 different people. One to this guy and the other one to Lala. First off, I approach Salazar, keeping my distance. I'm sorry, you might want to like shit. I have done far worse than kill you. I hurt you, and I wish to go on hurting you. I shall leave you as you left me, marooned for all eternity, in the heart of a decaying prison. Glory the lie. I turn to her. You wish to fight? To the death? No. To the pain. I just throw my sword at her.
Oh, you're gonna throw the sword?
No, I'm drawing the sword towards her.
Oh,
okay.
Well,
you are compelled to drop the one sword.
Yep.
Okay.
So what you'll have to do is either spend a bond to help you, or just straight roll 2d6.
Oh, so in this power does not allow for resisting of the compulsion.
Oh.
She is forcing you with her dark powers to make you drop the sword. Now, you can pick it right back up if you want, but you do have to drop the sword in accordance with her requirement. Now, if you wish to drop it in a way that throws it at Salazar or something, I'll allow that technicality, but you do have to stop holding it.
What if I let go of it with my left hand, and while it's falling, I grab it with my right hand?
Ooh, technicality. Tell you what, since Little Bones still has a tentacle twist,
I have a
Lotta,
condition. I was gonna say, not to cut you off, but I do have a condition that's coming next.
Do you think it would be more interesting to finish your full description of the action, or to let Aramis attempt to Game of Thrones this sword?
I think we have dueling tentacle twists here, by the way.
Ooh.
How can we make this the most interesting? Lada demands he drops the sword.
Okay.
Does he drop it into somebody? What, you guys?
Or does he just drop it and grab it with the other hand? Yeah, like. Which I'm assuming is where you were going with that. So, Lada, I'll leave it up to you. Do you want to finish the thought before we let him react to your first?
Yeah, he can go ahead and finish. He can do it. Don't worry. Lata has other plans for him.
Okay, so Aramis, as you do this, you're going to drop the sword and catch it in the other hand, right? That's the plan? Yep. In the moment that it leaves your hand, there is a deep need within your body. As soon as you stop touching that thing, first off, you get this like hint of clarity. You go, oh God, that's not me. Something's very wrong. But another part of you wants that power back so bad. So I'll still let you catch it with the other hand. I just want you to be aware that there's something going on, and Aramis knows it now. So Lada, go ahead and finish with your tentacle twist. What would you like to do from there?
Okay, Lada would like to do something horrible.
Love it.
Lada using her tentacle twist.
This is an unstoppable force, although we do have another tentacle twist to answer it with.
Yeah, I'm a spicy little lady. So here's what I would like to do. I would like to. I would like to make things seem a little bit strange, in a way that in the theme of Lada, because Lada has a theme here when things get a little bit weird with her. The cave that they are in is starting to flood with blood now. Horrible, gushing, thick, coagulating blood that boils and bubbles, and within the blood there are horrible worms, and I would like to somehow, I don't know if this is possible for Lada to do, she would like to make Aramis believe that the worms in the blood are coming for him.
You can absolutely do that. Lada, is this blood or is this illusion blood in Aramis's head?
Can it be real blood?
You have connections to demons and stuff. If you want to flood this thing with...
I would like it to be real blood.
That poor manatee has no idea what it was in for.
I'm so sorry, Melvin. It's fine.
Okay, so the water coming into the inlet transforms into blood. It thickens and darkens and turns red. And as it churns and bubbles, almost boiling, we see these worms begin to flood out of the edges of it. And these worms are headed directly for you, Aramis. You can see this like tide of writhing mass as it moves towards your boots. Lada, is him knowing that the worms are after him the effect that you want? Or is there something more to it?
I would like to force him to follow my next order. using my tentacle twist. And I would like it to force him to be the most terrified he has ever been in his entire life, specifically of Lada, as she looks upon him and she says to Aramis, Aramis, you may have your sword. You may have this undescribable power before us that is false. I am God here, and I will protect my friends. Now bow before your God. And she wants him to bow within the blood and the worms.
Wow.
I fall to my knees. Can I see her demon? Because I have the sword, right?
I don't think you see it, but you know it's there.
But what is a god to a non-believer? And I just dash towards her.
All right, so I'm gonna give you a trouble.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give you frightened. Oh no, sorry, no.
Possessed?
Cursed. I'm gonna give you cursed. So whenever you spend luck, you'll take a bad turn later.
All right.
And let's move the turn on. Technically, it should be either Bonnie or Salazar, but since we've got some momentum here, let's go ahead and do your turn, and then we'll swing back to Bonnie. So yeah, okay. So you've got a tentacle twist there if you want to blow it now to answer Lada, or to kill Salazar, or do some other thing. You know, whatever.
He's too far gone. He wants Salazar to live with he wants to become a one-armed bandit. He wants to.
Oh right, yeah.
In his mind, by the way, he wants Salazar to run away, and every couple of years he will hunt him down, cut an eye out, cut his nose, and let him go. For the longest run. But right now, since in his corrupted mind he believes that Lada is a threat to him, he's gonna try to kill her.
Okay, good. It is because I am a threat to you.
But here's the thing. Because you said I am a god, he replies, "What is a god to a non-believer?" And I jump at her, but this time there's something that Lada doesn't know that I know. I am right-handed.
Yes.
So are you leaping to skewer Lada?
Yeah.
I'm going to spend my tentacle twist, and I'm going to use the Juggernaut move off of the mate lot, off Eye's list. And I'm going to arrive to help out a crewmate in the nick of time.
Love it.
Yeah, me and Seals. Seals is going to leap up and try to and grab onto the sword hand. And I'm gonna grab and whisk Lada out of the way at the same time.
Okay.
Amazing.
I want to throw. If I can, I try to skewer him. Like if he's
Seals
in my.
Seals is an eel hound, by the way. He's a big eel hound doggy.
Can he bleed?
Yes.
What kind of question
Then
is
he can
that?
die.
Oh no.
Kill the best boy.
He's possessed. He's not thinking straight. So 2d6 plus 1 or plus 2?
You are not currently focused on one opponent alone, so this will be plus 1.
8.
8. All right, that is a success. Did we ever stat out Seals?
Not for this game. Mm-mm.
Okay, good. Then just go ahead and mark 2 harm on your sheet, Swash.
Okay. You stab my dog while I whisk Lada out of the way of your. That was a mistake, sir.
I want to know that as he was coming for her, Lada, in her little Lada brain thinks, "Oh, what? Fuck! I am God." So she's like this, like I'm God.
Hell yeah.
And then all of a sudden she's being whisked away, and she's like, "What the hell?"
Bonnie, do you want to go right now, or do you want to let Salazar go before you? Or I guess it's up to Swash.
Oh, oh yeah, Salazar's still alive?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aramis apparently decided to let him go, so like he's just standing there bleeding from his shoulder.
Bonnie.
Okay. They seem like they've got this way under control. I'm just gonna quietly set my turret down and push a button on top to let it auto fire if anybody gets too close, and then I'm gonna sneak over and start quietly shoving treasure into a bag that I happen to have.
Fantastic.
Also, Bonnie, remember, you still have my grappling hook, so you can use it.
I sure do.
I mean, that's how she got over there to start with.
Yeah, no, I assume she still has. That's
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I still have it. I'll keep that in mind for an exit strategy when I need it. I don't know how to spend a tentacle twist on shoving treasure into a bag, but
would you like to find something in the treasure?
ooh, good point. What do I want? I'll give some thought to what I want, and I will find it.
Okay, but you
once
can
I tell
spend
you
your
what it is.
turn. Yeah, spend your turn digging through the treasure, putting it in your bag.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Did
when
I
the
get a
moment
chance
strikes
to
you?
go with his tentacle twist?
Yes, I did.
You did.
I saved.
Yes.
I saved Swash.
That's right. Okay. All
From
right.
Pirate madness.
I guess it's Salazar's turn.
It is. All right, so Salazar turns to the lot of you, and with the one injured shoulder, he is going to try to do the right thing. And he calls you out, Aramis. He says, Aramis, we're not done here. You want to talk about being a man? Face me like a man. And he bangs his two swords together. He is going to try to compel you into fighting him. So he's going to roll plus his polish. Ooh, okay, he just manages it. So I'm going to say this is a conditional victory. He does. You get the idea that you should fight him, but I think you spot a weakness in his guard as a result. So you are going to get a +1 in addition to your dueling bonus if you do take him up on the fight.
Oh yeah. Good.
So he wants you to fight him. You get a bonus to fighting him. This is a good thing all around for you. He is going to reach
Welcome
into.
to the
He's gonna
dungeon. We've
I
got
think he
fun and
stabs
games.
one of the swords into the sand, reaches into his boot, and he's going to wing a dagger at you, Aramis, before picking his sword back up. So this dagger is incoming. He's going to go ahead and roll to hit you. Oh, and it just misses. How does Aramis avoid getting hit by this airborne dagger?
Here's the thing. I just picture the dagger going.
We
towards,
started off
like, going
friends.
Going like to his cheek, and he just stands there, like allowing it to cut his cheek.
Ooh, even better. And do I see we have a full Kraken in play?
I want to say something. I want to reply something to him. All that
Please.
work, just for that drop of blood.
Go ahead.
Oh, I say, all that blood, all that fighting, just for a mere droplet of blood. You disappoint me.
Fantastic. I'm gonna toss the turn over to Swash.
I think I have a tentacle twist too. I had one. So
believe you do.
I've watched him stab. He stabbed seals, and now Is he facing off with Salazar?
Yeah.
He is. Yeah, he's looking at Salazar.
Okay. Well, it didn't work the first. I don't know how he had like Seals was supposed to grab his sword hand, so I don't know how he stabbed Seals, but he's gonna fucking get it this time. My tentacle twist. This time I'm gonna grab him, and Seals is gonna bite his hand off. That's holding the sword.
Oh. Oh, that's so cool.
So I mean. I want him to crunch down and either drop the sword or lose the hand. How's that?
Yeah, I like that. Let's give Aramis the choice. Drop the sword or lose the hand.
Can he reply by allowing his hand to be crushed, but shoving the sword through Seal's throat? Like he wants to kill
This
right
is a
now.
tentacle twist, so we're gonna we won't let you hurt him as part of this. If you want on your turn to react, you can. But for this one, we're just gonna have to deal with the choice of lose the sword or lose the hand, which I guess includes the sword.
Unless we can think of one more thing to add to that list to make it like a drop the sword, lose the hand, and get the sword on the other hand, I guess. But lose one of his hands? I don't know.
Oh, I get that's.
You know
I think that works. Either you can switch the sword to your other hand and lose the hand that you are holding it in, or drop the sword.
He switches the sword to his left hand.
Okay, so you're gonna lose your right hand.
Yeah, like again, I can picture him like being completely far gone mentally.
Totally works.
All right, so Seals grabs on your hand and you he bites down so hard that you hear the crunch and your right we'll say you were left-handed right that time, right?
Yeah.
You drop the sword. As the sword and your hand is falling, you reach out with your other hand and grab the hilt of the sword.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got no, see, I've grabbed you. So I'm going to grab you to try to keep you from doing such a thing. I'm going to wrap my arms around you, sweet baby.
Ooh.
Let's
All
talk
right,
this
so
out.
he's got the sword
how can you get
and
the
you're
sword
grappled.
back? How could you get the sword back if you? I'll let you overpower. Well, for the sake of the scene, you'll overpower me enough to be able to grab it because I didn't expect you to grab the falling sword out of
He's
your.
so far. What if he's so far gone? Like I picture him, you hugging him from the back. He takes the sword, and twists it and stabs himself through it to stab you at the same time.
Oh.
Like he's completely gone.
I mean, if Swash, do you want to pass the turn to Aramis so he can react?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Aramis, go ahead and roll get into a scrap. Roll plus blood. Although arguably this could be use a dirty trick as well if you wanted to use vinegar.
Let me check how high is my vinegar.
What's up, FJ?
What's up, man? I'm gonna roll normally.
Okay. So you are focused on him, so you get +1 from your dueling.
I got a 10.
A 10. All right. I mean, that's a success. You can do 2 damage to both you and Swash.
Right. Okay.
That has to hurt. That sounds really uncomfortable for everyone involved. Ow. Ow, ow.
Just picture him like the longer he has a sword, the more he starts twitching. Like you can see different versions of himself popping in and out of him. Like some is screaming, some being with contempt, but he's no longer here. Like he's flickering.
So you get the other sword, you grab the sword and then switch it and stab yourself through your stomach and all the way through?
And into you.
Into
you.
All the way through into you.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, so that's 2 damage for both of you. I am going to choose this opportunity to invoke the... You're going to die?
Yeah, 2 damage is a lot. That's 4 damage. That's a lot.
All
We only
right.
have 3 hit points.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so you get
You
to
know what?
roll.
Hearing my companion possibly dying, I playbook move Heart of Gold, dive in front of them, suffering the consequences of fate.
Oh,
But the thing
okay.
is he's stabbing through him, and I'm holding him, and he's stabbing into me.
It'll be like Ghost 2. You know, we'll both be the ghost hit him, you know?
Oh, okay. I think I know how this can work. Eyes, you dive. You see what Aramis is about to try. So you dive forward and you just grab the blade of the sword with your hands and stop it from going any farther. So it'll still go through Aramis. He's still going to make that sacrifice, but you are going to take those 2 hit points to yourself. And it's going to be damage to your hands.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, take 2 harm.
Yes.
And I'm going to give you a trouble.
Okay.
Disarmed.
Okay. I do not have that trouble. Because I have different troubles.
Metallo.
He gets pissed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You just get mad. Yeah, that's right.
Hey, Swash.
Yep.
Yeah, you've been working out. Your abs look pretty good. I'm glad this sword didn't cut them.
Thank you, buddy.
I believe I had to use a. Yes,
he had 2 armor, so he's not going to take any damage.
I already spent the 2 armor.
He spent his armor.
Oh, it's a spent kind of thing situation.
Yes, that's what
once per session he can slough off that amount of damage.
Which I thought, you know, I might be a little higher, better. But that will be a bond with Swash, obviously, that I have used.
That you're burning to make that happen. Yep.
Yeah.
Very cool. At this point, I'm going to invoke my Kraken. The Kraken, and I think this is the perfect moment, as we have Swash hugging Aramis from behind, Aramis holding the sword with it plunged through his own chest, Eyes with both hands on the sword, contributing magical energy from his body into this clutch. We've already got Lada very invested in this whole situation magically. Between the 4 of you, there is a surge of energy into the sword. And Aramis, the blood that it has sort of gathered up into itself pours out. There's just this gout of blood that comes out of the hilts of the sword, and it forms into a person who is now holding the hilt of the sword.
You talking about blood person?
Blood person. Yep. An entirely liquid blood person.
Lada has a question.
Go on.
Is that your question?
Is
he fuckable?
Is this a romanceable NPC for Lada made chance? Can
mean,
Lada bring him back onto the boat?
Oh my god, is every episode going to end with us trying to get some fucking thing back on the boat?
Last time it was a pet zombie for Lada, but now
It was
Lada
a tiny little zombie who would have been adorable.
Yeah. Now Lada wants blood boyfriend.
Hell yeah. I would say for a person made entirely of liquid, yeah, pretty fuckable. Yeah.
This is good. Lada will keep this information to herself.
I mean, blood does coagulate.
And also, chicken suck the blood.
I'm double winking.
Suck of the blood.
Audible winking. Oh, wink. All right. So, Aramis, this guy has a hold of the sword. He is going to wrest it away from you, and attempt to take you out. Basically, this sword has sort of taken over its own destiny at this point. Obviously, you can try to stop it on your turn, but it is a force of nature. So it is going to I think rather than like try to stab you, the blood person is going to try and push all of you away. So he like pulls the sword out of you and throws you, Aramis, across the room. So Aramis, I would like you to I'm going to give you an option, something we haven't done a whole lot so far in this game. You can attempt to twist fate or take 1 damage by being thrown across the room.
I'll my options, because now that the sword is not in him, he's no longer being controlled by Sorry, I had to give it a name. I'm thinking Mornblade because Elric of Melniboné rocks. So I think he's gonna
Gungnir is the name I gave it.
So I'm thinking that he allows himself to be thrown away. He's bleeding to himself. He realizes what's going on. He looks at the rest of the gang. If you wanna clip this, this is the moment. I am sorry. There's not a lot of money in Brevenge.
I mean, we got an humanity loaded, man.
As for Salazar, I know he's dying probably from his wounds, so I'm gonna let him bleed to death, or maybe to run away for the next time we encounter each other.
Okay, so 1 damage to you as you're thrown away. Fantastic. He's then going to reach behind him to eyes and like sort of tentacle whip you with the blood from his other hand, and try to throw you against the wall. Eyes, can you afford to take 1 harm by being thrown?
I have 1 more before I reach the skull things.
Okay, so it's up to you. Do you want to try and twist fate, or do you want to take the hit?
Twist fate, Spitfire. I do have. You know what? Let's twist the fates.
All right, so spend a luck and roll plus Spitfire.
I don't think I have any of those. If we're gaining them.
Do you have any Spitfire?
I do have Spitfire.
Yeah, every session you start with a amount of luck based on your Spitfire.
Okay, so I have 1 Spitfire, so I would have 1 point of luck.
1 luck.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm still gonna do it. Yeah. So Spitfire plus 1. That is a 7 total.
7? All right, that is a success. So with that, I'm going to say that you noticed something useful that was overlooked in this area, which is a pile of greenery, like a bunch of plants that have been being used as a bed. And Eyes, I think you fall conveniently into this very cushy and very of your element pile of softness.
Ooh.
I'm at home.
Yeah, best case scenario, truly. Lada, the blood creature takes a step back into the pool of blood that you created and pulls the blood into itself, getting bigger and bigger. Your demon looks at the blood creature, looks at you, looks at the blood creature, and then says,
"Yeah, we may have made some mistakes."
I think he is perfect in every creation.
Lada, this isn't a thing that there's a spot for on your character sheet, so write it in somewhere.
Okay.
This is now a nemesis of yours.
Oh no! Blood boy.
And finally, Bonnie. Dear, sweet Bonnie.
So during my loot goblining, I think I have managed to find like a grappling hook gun.
Yes.
Couldn't
Love it.
you
So I
load
have
it
that.
into your own gun?
Yeah.
though?
Probably, but not right now.
Okay.
I'm going to Looney Tunes tiptoe back over to my turret, pick that up, mount it back up, tie the treasure on, and then I've already swung into battle. I am going to reach down. I want to challenge the blood thing. Oh no.
Okay.
I am entering a new fight. Is this a new fight or is this the same fight?
This is a fight you were not engaged in, so I will allow it.
Okay. Let me 6, 7. Okay, so I get one more mark. I'm going to challenge the blood thing to a duel that it cannot refuse.
Oh, goodness.
Because otherworldly beings and killing otherworldly beings is kind of a thing that I'm pretty good at. And this is I am still confused. So everything else aside, I see a monster, I'm like, it's gotta go.
Gotta get that monster.
I gotta get that monster.
Boyfriend.
So I am gonna reach down. I'm gonna pull. I assume I have a cutlass. Yes. Oh, I don't. That's okay.
If you want a cutlass, it makes sense for you to have a cutlass.
I'm gonna
There's no
pick up.
reason for
I'm
you
gonna
not
pick
to
up
have
a
sword.
cutlass from the rack of,
Yeah.
of stuff.
There are swords all over. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna go with a cutlass. I'm gonna go with a giant hammer. How is that
Sure.
going to defeat a blood thing? I don't know, but Bonnie's got a hammer.
I mean, by pure fluid dispersion, hammer seems more intuitive than slicey thing.
Yeah.
Hey, butt face. Yeah. You and me right here, right now.
It doesn't have a face, but it like looks around as though it's trying to figure out who you're talking to.
I point at him. Yeah. You gotta go, my dude.
And then I'm going to rush into battle.
All right. Roll plus blood.
Okay. I'm trying to see if there's anything. Excuse me, else I can do. I don't think there isn't. That's okay. Plus blood. 1. Boop. Boop. 5, 6.
A 6. All right. A 6 is not going to hit. So
Okay.
mark experience.
Okay.
Because there's a benefit to that.
Do I mark it under 1 or base cost?
Mark it under 1.
Under 1. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. The blood creature is going to let the hammer just pass through it.
Okay.
It then leans into you, Bonnie, and in the like schlorpiest, grossest voice you can imagine, says, "Give my regards to Maeve."
Oh,
Before
no.
dissipating back into the pool.
I attack the pool.
Just,
I go in with a 9. I hit the pool.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Splash, splash, splash.
So then I grabbed you to keep you from slamming, to continuing attacking the pool of blood.
I burn it.
Hey, yeah. So the blood dissipates and recedes away from the shore, leaving the five of you looking at each other. You have a moment of peace while the blood is gone, the sword has disappeared. Salazar is bleeding out on the floor of the cave, and we will hard cut to the five of you, or the six of you, I guess, at a bar on shore, drinking away your worries.
The six of us. Who's with us?
I mean, I'm assuming you brought Salazar with you to turn him in so he can go to prison. Is that accurate, or are you just leaving?
Why the fuck would we know? Why is he got to go to prison? He's a pirate too, right?
Because we're the person who hired us.
Yeah. Yeah, but the person who hired us went nutso and tried to kill us and is dead now, right? Hey, we're pirates.
He's not dead.
So
you didn't kill him.
We didn't kill Aramis? What happened with
He's
Aramis?
still
Okay,
hanging
let's
on
talk
there.
about what happened to Aramis.
He got better.
Yeah.
Did he...
So that is what I would like to do in these last 4 minutes.
Okay.
Is as you're all sitting around the table, how did Aramis come out of this alive?
It's simple. He's not dead. He's mostly dead, but not completely dead.
But no sword, right? Is the sword's gone, right? Because the
sword's gone. Yeah,
yeah.
The sword went into the pool with Lada's
let's ask
new
Aramis.
nemesis.
Did you kill Salazar on our way out? Because I really don't give a shit. I don't think any of us care. Like, we came for
No, you got a pile of gold.
I don't know. Salazar seemed kind of cute, so Lada might be kind of interested in that situation.
I guess.
I assume that
He's a unit.
I assume that during the confusion with the beast, he just ran away. So we might find him again in the future, wanting revenge.
But now he's,
okay.
Blood My Friend is now my nemesis, so I will
He
be
kinda
hunting after him, I
seems-
guess.
He kind of seems like a party nemesis, mentioning Maeve like that. Sounds like a...
All right, so if Aramis disappeared, then I'm going to walk
Sorry.
over and stand over Salazar and say, we're going to take your gold. You can come with us and we'll get you healed, wrapped up on the ship. Or you can die here.
He can come
Or
into
take
my
your chances
lair.
here.
Yeah, he can go. I will take care of you.
But we're
Salazar,
taking
don't
your
worry.
gold.
Yeah, obviously, yes. Yeah, but I will also heal you in my lair.
We can bring you back and Lada will heal you on the ship.
You're gonna get like
Choice is
E.
yours,
coli in the lair.
You don't know
What
that.
have I to
Allegedly.
lose?
Allegedly.
Possibly
What have I
staph
got to
infection.
lose? And he hands his sword. He flips his swords around dramatically and hands them hilt first to you, Swash.
All right, Eyes, could you take him? Let's get
I will pick him up like a small puppy.
Yes.
From underneath the arms.
Lada
Facing
skips
each
after.
facing each other, so it's direct eye contact the entire time.
Amazing.
Lada is skipping after him.
Yeah, I'd like to see maybe Salazar's
going to be on the crew
buddy.
now. I can smell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or either on the crew or a buddy. Yeah, for sure. But
Yeah.
we're taking all his gold, so we got a bunch of loot.
Mhm.
Yar,
Yeah.
it's a good day. I think I might pull something out of the pickle barrel.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm feeling.
Bonnie
Pickled.
is already extraordinarily drunk and will love to pull something out of the pickle barrel with you.
So Salazar is back at the tavern with the drinking and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Lada is pretending that he still has wounds and is tending to them. But also kind of speaking to the demon at the same time while she's talking to Salazar, so he might be a little bit confused. Beguiled, but confused.
And Aramis, anything? Okay, you want to take us out? Like a last, what's cut if
Yeah,
we're all done.
Let's get a
I suggest a cut to Aramis.
post-credit stinger from Aramis.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened with the crew. I don't know if I'll see them again. I have met many interesting people in my day. Men hunting for the six-fingered man. Cats that can fight. But I will always wonder what happened with this Swashbucklers crew. But I know that if they ever need a sword in their hand, they can always come with me.
Nice.